This is a CompuLab Fitlet B. As you can see, compared to my hand there, how big or how small it is. I can put my whole hand around it there. Plenty of USB and headphone and microphone sockets on the front there, and 2 HDMI ports on the back, LAN cable, USB 3 and 2 on the back, as well as some other memory card type micro SDs and so forth. So I'll fire him up. You'll see this little light will change colour. So we've just started the boot process. Let's see how long it takes to boot. We're running Zorin OS, which is a derivative of Ubuntu in Linux. And this is just to give you a bit of a demonstration of the sort of performance you might expect from one of these machines. This is the bottom of the range, the Fitlet B, I think it's called, and it's I can't even remember its specs, to be quite honest, but it's the cheapest, lowest bargain basement one that they produce. In fact, they're not even advertising them for sale anymore, so I don't even know if you can. Well, this one wasn't either, but I emailed the company directly and they still had some stock there. But anyway, this is just to give an idea of the sort of performance you might expect off one of these little units. It's running at it's at 525 megabytes there. The 2 CPUs are just ticking away up the top there. It only runs about 1 gigahertz or something like that. And I'll just show you. Start the browser. Start a YouTube video or something. See, it's not the fastest thing in the world, but I actually just turned the TDP, the thermal design power, down a bit on it, and I think that's slowed it down a bit. But there you go, you can see that's running a video full screen there. That's on a 32-inch TV here with a HDMI cable connecting it, and that's as good as going inside and watching DVD or Blu-ray on the telly inside the house. There's nothing wrong with that to look at all, and that runs fine as long as you've got the internet bandwidth there to keep it going. I'll just start a right on there. We'll just click on the video here. That'll do. Should start VLC. There's the movie starting. It's full screen. Again, that's just running a movie over the network here. That looks as good as a Blu-ray or DVD, whatever to watch. So a little computer like that's quite capable of running something like that. Skip forward into the file there a little bit. There you go. there's action and stuff going on there, so that's not having any dramas playing any of that. It's very watchable. Nothing at all wrong with that to watch. The only thing I'd say if you're looking at getting one of these little things is when you first get it, what's this? It's about $130, this one. Come in here, this is the BIOS, main screen, advanced, power, and you can see down the bottom there, 6,500. I'm going to crack that back up to 8,500 because it did seem a little bit sluggish then. But a default when you buy these things is 4,500, I believe, from memory. So yeah, come in here and you might be disappointed if you leave it at 4,500. I know I was. I've got another one of these, which is the Mint Box Mini, which is slightly more powerful and slightly better graphics on it than this one. And even with that one, I got it at 4,500 there. It was just, yeah, I was thinking about sending it back there for a day or two until I found my way around the settings. And this is the other one here, that top one there, UMA frame buffer, which I imagine's shared video memory with the system RAM. This machine's got 4 gigs of RAM in it and a 64 gigabyte MSATA SSD. And I think the default there was 256, so this machine, the Fitlet, this bottom of the range one's bare bones, so there's no RAM, no memory or no hard drive SSD when you buy them. I've upgraded my Mint Box in the house and I've just put the hand-me-downs into this little unit here, so but that was on 256 there, I believe. And I've just cranked it up to 512. I don't know how much difference that made, to be quite honest, but that's what I did with mine. Just cranked it up a bit because there's 4 gigs of memory there. It's not going to use all that. Just restart it. So that's a bit of a look around the CompuLab Fitlet B, and I'll just let that reboot again so you can time that with a stopwatch, and it probably only takes about 30 seconds to boot up, 30 or 40 seconds. So it's boot time's comparable to my main PC in the house by the time they go through their BIOS screens and boot menus and all that sort of stuff. There it is, back to the desktop, ready to go again. So there's a bit of a look around Fitlet B from CompuLab.